So this is the second day of the Coppafeel knit along for the Coppafeel bandana, and we should all have completed our I-cord tie, which you can see here. And I'm about to start working from chart A of the pattern. Now this is a colourwork, Intarsia colourwork chart, but significantly what it includes is the increases we need to work to shape the bandana. And that's the bit that I'm going to show you today. Fortuitously, or it could be my clever designing, who can say, the first few rows, in fact I think about the first 25 rows of the chart are just worked in the same colour as the tie, and this enables you to get the shaping established before you start worrying about introducing more colours. So I'm going to start with row 1 of the chart, which is worked on the right side of the work, and the right side rows are read from right to left on the chart, and the wrong side rows, or the even numbered rows, are read from left to right. So those of you who usually work in the round, you're going to be looking at this slightly differently. Your odd numbered rows are read as you would normally read all the rows when you're working in the round, which is from right to left. But then the odd numbered rows, which are your wrong side rows, you're going to read from left to right. And that's the only difference really with the chart. Okay, so I'm going to make a start with row 1, which begins with our same slip stitch section to create the I-cord. The I-cord is going to continue on both sides of the bandana all the way, so we still need to keep doing that. So we're going to slip our 3 stitches as we've been doing, and then before we knit the next stitch, we're going to bring the yarn to the front, and that's going to be our yarn over. We're no longer going to be purling the middle stitch because the whole section is now worked in stocking stitch. So right sides will be knitted, wrong sides will be purled. And I'm going to knit into that next stitch and then knit to the end. And it's as simple as that. We have made our first extra stitch. So I'm going to turn the work, and this is row 2 of the chart. And again, the slip stitches are indicated on the chart, so you shouldn't forget to work them. But we're going to slip our first 3 stitches, and then we're going to purl to the end. Now on the wrong side we don't work any increases, but we just knit into the front of our yarn over, sorry, purl into the front of our yarn over, and that makes our nice little decorative hole. When you purl the next stitch, it sort of catches the length that has been used to make the yarn over, and then we purl to the end. And there we go. So instead of 7 stitches, we now have 8, and we're building up a little gap between the 2 sets of I-cords. So I'm just going to zoom in so you can look at that a bit closer. There we go. So I'm going to do that again with the camera a little bit closer in, and then you can see a little clearer than last time what I'm doing. Okay, so bear with me. So I'm going to slip my first 3 stitches purlwise. I'm going to get my yarn length and just bring it to the front, and then I'm going to knit the next stitch, and that takes the yarn over the needle and creates another stitch. There we go. And so you can just begin to see that we're very gently beginning to get a curve on the bandana. So I'll just turn the work and work back one more time, so you can be absolutely sure you know what I'm doing. So we're going to slip the first 3 stitches. Now with this side we don't do any yarn over, so we just pull our length tight and bring it across and purl, and then purl the next stitch. The next one is our new yarn over, so we purl into that and then we purl to the end. And we have now got 9 stitches on our needle. And there we go. And you can see our bandana is getting a little bit wider all the time. So here we go. I've now done several rows of the increase pattern. I think I am on row 13 or 14, possibly even 15, and I have 14 stitches on the needle, and you can begin to see the bandana taking shape. So we've just got our yarn over increases worked next to the I-cord edging on the right side as we look at it, and on the straight edge there are no increases, and that gives us our shape, and that will carry on until we get to the halfway point, and then at that point we'll start decreases, which I'll obviously show you at that time. So I'm just going to carry on now until I get to row 25, and then I will see you again tomorrow when I will be introducing my second colour, which for me will be the lovely sort of rosy pink here. That's what's going to come next. So yes, I shall see you tomorrow, and I look forward to you getting to that stage and joining me in the intarsia side of things tomorrow. So cheerio for now.